Good morning. Hey, Retro. Hey, Tire. How are y'all doing today? Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm doing fine myself. Got Smokey asleep on the couch across the room from me. Got Spanky asleep on the couch next to me. The wife got off to work on time, and I didn't fall asleep after she left, so I had some time to actually get organized and have a decent morning. So yeehaw! I'm actually three strikes ahead of the game. Uh, and had some time to take care of some other things, get some other things organized. So, retro, um, I see uh, I see bars in the future if Trump doesn't show up. And I tell you, that's sort of shitty of that judge not allowing Trump to um, go to Barron's graduation. This judge has uh, really been a not with all the gag orders he's put against Trump for nonsensical reasons, but he didn't put any against the DA when the DA was leaking like a sieve. So, I hate a tall person morning. I tell you, I hate it when stomach's acting like that. It's aggravating. It's irritating as hell. And I expect mine to, being as I just got done eating a couple of candied jalapenos uh, about 20 minutes ago, I expect mine to be acting up here in about an hour. Godzilla -1, huh? I may have to watch that. I may have to watch that. Um, because I am a Godzilla fan, have been for a long time. Now, I think I may not be accurate on this, but I think I made it kind of clear that I'm not going to be all Trump all the time on this because there's so many other people covering Trump in this trial, and there I don't have the time or the wherewithal to spend all day watching the trial if it's even on television, if it's even being broadcast. I do have a life and things I've got to get done. I've got a wife who has things that she wants me to get done. So, uh, if I say much, it'll be like this morning. Uh, an honest shocker to where people who were up to be on jury duty admitted that hey, we hate Trump and we want to see him in jail. And they got thrown and they were removed from the jury pool. I was actually surprised to read that last night. That people are actually honest in the fact that they don't like Trump. Obviously, since they sat a jury, there's a lot of dishonest people, or they just finally said to hell with it. We're going to seat people whether they like Trump or not. Over half of the first jury pool, yeah. Exactly, Tyre. If I want to watch a witch trial, you know, watch a kangaroo court in place, you're exactly right. So I'm expecting a conviction. I'm expecting maximum sentencing here. I'm expecting them to try, and then of course, I'm expecting it to get appealed. So I'm not worried about it too much. It's 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree and hush money payments made before the election. So, yeah, I'm not, I've got no real hopes. I've got no hopes of a fair trial here. I've got no hopes of any of these trials being fair. So, I am absolutely hoping, Tyre, that he is elected. So, even Bill Maher is sick and tired of it. Uh, he was talking to Katie Couric, who, everybody loved Katie Couric, the lying, conniving witch that she is. Remember when she did the gun special and she edited the video to appear that she asked a question that none of the pro gun people could answer, that they all sat there with stunned looks on their faces? Yeah, um, and when they tried to sue her over it, it was thrown out because, well, editorial decisions were made and yada yada yada. It's like, oh, what garbage this is. But even Bill Maher, popped up on Sunday talking to Katie there. That he didn't trust anybody in the media, including CNN, and he was on CNN when he said it. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust that anyone is given a full story. And he said, uh, he claims that he used to think that CNN was and New York Times were neutral. They've never been neutral when it comes to politics. So that was, you know, and just my opinion that they've never been neutral. They've never given, even when their favorite Republican, the maverick John McCain was running for president. What did the media do? Because they didn't want to bash McCain. They didn't want to go after McCain himself. So they made Sarah Palin the lead story, the vice presidential candidate. Now, how often I've never seen a vice presidential candidate get so much press while the presidential candidate was so fully ignored as during that election. Because McCain, they actually liked McCain and didn't want to say anything negative about him. So they just went after Palin. Rahman, good morning. Yeah, Tyre, you're right about that with Michael Avenatti. So there's and this is and this is why I don't, I mean, at least I'm Mauer's honest enough to admit that. Of course, a Kirk, she sat there going, well, it's all Trump's fault that the media is like this because Trump was so divisive and he was the one that lowered the level of basic decency in this country. It's all his fault. Katie, please just shut up and go back into retirement where you belong. I will say that, and this here is one thing that does have me have some hope and should be, and is probably scaring the hell out of the Democrat Party. The Democrats are used to having 90% of the black vote going their way. And as you can see, it is down to 66%, while those same black voters who've left the Democratic Party, almost 20% are saying that they're going to vote Republican right now. This is scary as hell for them. Hispanic, down to, they're used to 60 to 70% of Hispanics. It's down to under 50%. The one thing they do have going for them is the college educated white people. That's where this 54% comes from, is, people coming out of college. And of course, the way the colleges have got the classes so left leaning, and the mandatory classes so left leaning and everything else, that the kids come out there indoctrinated. Oh, exactly, retro. They're the indoctrination there. Oh, a tall person. Biden has been forgiving student loans left and right. He just forgave another 66. Oh crap! What was it? 66 billion or yeah, 66 billion in student loans to public service workers. I just saw that this morning, I want to say. So, yeah, that's. I wish I could. Let me see if I can find. Okay. Okay, $300 million student debt. This is an hour ago. Uh, Forbes magazine article here. Share this tab. Biden forgives $300 million in debt as student loan forgiveness under program hits record. Education Department is Biden has canceled another $300 million. The details released by the department last week were part of a broader wave of student loan forgiveness approved by the Biden administration under a number of separate programs. And it comes forward as the another mass debt cancellation program they hope will survive judicial scrutiny. 277,000 borrowers who've been making payments on their student loans for at least a decade. They have paid what they could afford and have earned loan forgiveness on the balance. Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program can wipe out federal student debt for borrowers who devoted their careers to public service, which includes employment for certain nonprofit and governmental agencies. They have to make 125 or 120 qualifying monthly payments, the equivalent of 10 years. Afternoon, Fury. The way I'm reading that article there, Retro, it is a total forgiveness of anything that they still owe. Well, I tell you what, it sure would be nice. They tell me that, hey, 10 years, I buy a $100,000 house, my $150,000 house, borrow $100,000, and get told, yeah, you make payments on for 10 years or 10 out of the 25-year loan you took, and we'll go ahead and forgive the last 15 years. As long as you make your payment every month for the first 10 years, we'll forgive the rest of it. Man, that would be absolutely freaking amazing. And, it's a VA loan, so it follows under government. Let the government step in here and forgive because then, I've only got 5 more years left on this loan then. That would be fantastic. Step in and forgive. How about that? Step in and forgive VA loans, VA mortgages. Give the veterans a little something here. Fury, absolutely right. I've said from the beginning, none of these loans should be given forgiven. Should be getting forgiven. None of them. If you took that money and partied with it and got degrees in gender studies, racial studies, underwater basket weaving, et cetera, then you deserve what you get here. I can't help you made piss poor decisions as to what you got a degree in, and that there was no money left in it. There was no money in that area. Well, Retro, Mark Cuban would disagree with you. Where I had his Mark Cuban is paying $275 million $900,000 in taxes. That's what he's got to pay. All right, here we go. Hi, Mark. KMPG has calculated the 2023 tax burden plus your first quarter amount due April 15th. The total is $275,900,000. Well, Cuban had made a post, and let me see if I can still find it. Cuban made a post where he was saying he had to pay 288 million, and goes, and it was something snarky on there like, please tag a former president who doesn't believe you should pay your taxes, or that you're taxed too much, or something like that. Being snarky towards Trump. Well, I mean, if you're going to get snarky over taxes, then, the obvious question, which did get asked of him, I don't have that uh, chain pulled up right now, but he did get asked, somebody did ask him, hey, are you going to voluntarily pay more? Because you can't do that if you don't feel you're paying enough in taxes. You can voluntarily pay more. You can write a check to the IRS and pay more, give them more money than what you're obligated to give them, and you won't get it back. Well, he's got multiple businesses besides the basketball team. He's got all those partnerships he's done on Shark Tank. So, he's got to claim all of that. But those are probably written off as losses. I don't know. But he's got multiple businesses he's involved with besides the basketball team. The flat tax was pushed real hard, Tyler, about 10, 15 years ago? I'm trying to remember who was it that was running on a flat tax, saying you could fill out your income tax on a postcard and mail it in. How much did you make? Here are your total allowable deductions. Times whatever your percentage is. The percentage was. I think they're pushing like 12%, not 10. Even though some of the people, I do remember people saying if 10% is good enough for the Lord, then 10% is good enough for the government. But the government had to run on 10%. Federal government had to run on 10%. No more, just 10%. Think of all the programs they'd have to cut, all the employees they'd have to fire, they'd have to find other employment. The military would be funded, obviously, because they're required to fund the military. That's the Constitution. Yep. Well, now, Fury, our employers, we tell them, all right, you want like I've always done single no dependents to have the maximum withheld from my paycheck. That way, there would be less coming out. While I may have a smaller paycheck, there was a less on the years I did have to pay. It was only a couple $100. It wasn't, like this year where I had to pay almost $1,300. But I would love to see a lot of these programs that the government has. And the programs, there's a lot of programs in the military. DEI in the military needs to be absolutely expunged. I was listening to some Air Force officer. I'm assuming it was a male, but who God only knows anymore. Um, saying, pushing that part of the official emails signature block would include pronouns on everything. Your signature block, the official signature block, to include pronouns. It's like, you've got to be absolutely kidding me. They put that as a bare minimum, ground floor requirement. The an Air Force general was standing up there saying how they need to start ensuring that they get more black and women pilots because they don't have enough black and women pilots. Okay, you can only draw into the pilot career field from those applying to be pilots. And if you're going to lower the standards to be pilots, now remember there was I want to say Navy, it was a Navy female pilot. They're pushing her hard to qualify. And she damn near took out a ship when they're landing. It was, she crashed. Now, it's not the first time a pilot had crashed while landing it on a ship. Wasn't the first time. But it came out that she had failed so many times prior to that any male would have been washed out of the program. If she had been held to the same standards as male pilots. Depending on the type of aircraft they're flying, a lot of them get grounded when they're pregnant because the G forces. The G forces are not good on pregnant women. So they. And I remember when we started getting female pilots on the F-15s, and they had to redesign the piddle packs that they put in the jets. So the crew chiefs had to actually put two piddle packs in the jets because they never knew for certain who was going to be flying their jet. Well, when it was just strictly men in the program, No, you had the one piddle pack. But when they started putting women in there, then they had to put, you didn't know if there was a woman going to fly your jet or not. They had to put in two piddle packs, one designed for the male, one designed for the female. You're exactly right about that, Retro. I knew I 6'3", 200 pounds at for most of my military career. It fluctuated down to my lowest while actually working was 165. My highest was 220, but I was usually at 200. And there were times, I mean, there were areas that I could not get into. We had a female that did the same, in my career field out there, and she was about 5'5", 110 pounds. And there are some jobs that's just like, okay, this is all yours, baby doll. Well, I didn't call her baby doll, but this is all yours. And she would just laugh because she knew the next job coming down the pike that was, you know, lifting a 310-pound component, you know, she was not going to be anywhere near that job unless she was out there to inspect the job afterwards to ensure it got done correctly. Signing off the red X. But as far as actually doing the job, now, had she been out there to do the job? Well, she had to in order to get certified as qualified to do the job. But she only had to do it one time, and she had plenty of help because there's just no way. Even with usually there was just two of us. The day she got qualified, there was at least two other people out there helping her because there's no way she was doing it by herself. But I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from this woman. Please understand. She was an amazing mechanic. She was amazing. She knew that system and could read schematics like very like nobody's business. And she knew the system inside and out. So, absolutely amazing mechanic. Just like I was too big to fit into certain areas to do some work, she was just physically too small. But I worked on many shifts, many 12, 14, 16-hour shifts with her. So please do not get me wrong. I'm not being derogatory about this woman in any way, shape, and or form. I would happily work. In fact, when she retired, she outranked me. So very good worker, very knowledgeable, and a great person. Just absolutely a great person. So I got no hate to her whatsoever. What else did I have here for this morning? Ms. Caitlin Clark. Yeah, we all know her. She got out of the Iowa Hawkeyes female basketball. Uh, a phenom. I mean, they're even making a big deal out of the fact that let's see, do I still have this story linked here somewhere? She uh, outscored Pete Maravich's record. She broke Pete Maravich's record, okay, when he was in college. So yeah, she is an amazing female basketball player. And she is getting a lot of hate. Uh, a lot of female black ball players or an ex ball players, you know, who's this white girl thinks she is coming into our league? Or, yeah, she was good on the college course, but she'll never make it on in our league. So, uh, okay. So, but she's also getting, uh, there's, there's a lot of commentary out there about her salary. All right, so let me share this real quick. A lot of commentary here about her salary. Here we go. Remember, according to the WNBA collective bargaining agreement, okay, these players' salaries are set by a collective bargaining agreement. It's not what she bargained for. It's not what she was offered. It's this is what your pay is. All right. For her first year, 76,000. Second year, 78,000. Third year, 85,000. Almost 86. And if she plays a fourth year, 97.5. The first four picks all get the same pay. So Cameron Bink, Camila Cardosa, and Ricky Jackson. I'm assuming that's Ricky. Okay. They all get the same paycheck. They're not, no, they're whining, these people are whining that she's not getting enough money. Please tell me I didn't accidentally close that tab. Okay. Um, oh, okay. Here's another article here. So, oh, by the way, the outfit Clark wore, $17,000 Prada outfit. $17,000. That outfit she wore. Okay. But here, for comparison, the average acupuncturist in the U.S. made 84,000 last year. The average detective made 95,000. So Caitlin is making 76. It's only until her fourth year that she'll make $97,000. Okay, to play women's basketball. Acupuncturist has to go to school, learn how to be an acupuncturist. All right. A police detective making 95,000. A police detective doesn't become a detective their first year. It takes a few years on the force before they get made into a detective. See, they don't talk about this. They don't tell you in these stories, when they're complaining about the women, her salary being what it is, and they start comparing it with other fields. And see, there's female detectives. There's probably most acupuncturists are females. So, they're taking a now. Is she talented? Is she a fantastic ball player? She's 6 foot tall, and from I don't watch. I never watched the women's stuff. I just saw the same clips everybody else saw. Of her and that other player that thrown getting into fights and pulling hair and everything else whenever they played. But they're playing basketball. They're playing women's basketball, which is not the same level of cash draw as men's basketball. Yeah, retro acupuncturist. We all know men's basketball makes, one. Let's see here. I'm not NBA versus WNBA. Okay, here we go. What do they have with? All right, get out of that. Okay. Um, all right. Here we go. Here's what matters. NBA, the revenue, $10 billion. The WNBA, 60 million. Just a little bit of a difference there in revenue. So average salaries 9.6 million, 102,000. $94 for a ticket versus $47 for a ticket. Average viewership, NBA, 12.4 million people watched NBA finals. 412,000 watched the WNBA's finals. Average attendance, 17,000 people paying to see a single game in the NBA. 5,679 in a WNBA. And the ticket price is half. Million, 12.4 million ratings versus 1.1 million. So when you have those kind of differences, of course there's going to be a pay differential. You can't expect somebody, You can't expect a league that's only making 10 million or 60 million dollars a year to be paying their players $10 million apiece. That's not going to happen. Hey, Digi, how's it going? Yeah, right. It's almost like there's a difference between men and women. And not taking any, and again, I'm not going to take anything away from women's basketball. I don't watch men's basketball. I haven't watched a full game of basketball in 30 years. I think the last time I watched a full game of basketball was a Harlem Globetrotters game before they got their first female player. And that's because I just love I used to love watching the Harlem Globetrotters back in the day with Curly and Goose and the rest of that crew because they were just amazingly funny players, fun people to watch. If you've never watched the Harlem Globetrotters play, go back to the 70s, find videos from back in the 70s and watch them. Am I squeaking there, Retro? Is that me you're talking about? Good. If it is, it's my couch squeaking. I'm sorry. Oh, basketball. Oh, basketball shoes. That, yeah. Well, back in the day when I used to play, you had to wear Converse. That was the only shoe allowed. Converse with the white bottoms. You couldn't wear any other shoe. And each school was given, you wear the white ones, you wear the black ones, you wear the white ones, you wear the black ones. Our schools all had to wear the white Converse with the white bottoms. So, but I'm not going to feel too bad here for Miss Caitlin. All right, she's going to make, and that's just their salary from the WNBA. That's 76,500. That's just her WNBA salary. All right. She is going to get product endorsement money out the yin yang. She will have contracts up to her butt that she's going to be signing if she hasn't already signed them. That is going to give her amazing amounts of cash. So, uh, yeah, she's going to. Yeah, she's going to have so much money on brand deals and such. Whoever her agent is, he or she is going to make a bloody fortune off of her. So yeah, there's no. Oh, here's that outfit. This here is a $17,000 outfit. That is $17,000 that she's wearing right there. That's just that's just unbelievable. 17 grand for that outfit. Who in their I don't see it. It's the name. Maybe it's the person, the glasses. God only knows. Raman, I doubt if she paid for that outfit. I doubt if she Prada gave it to her to wear, and you'll see all the wannabes out there wearing something similar to that within the next week. That's it, retro. It's she she didn't pay for that. It's like these outfits that the Hollywood stars wear, that the women wear for the most part, and some of the men, but most of the men just wear standard tux. But a lot of these women, they don't own those outfits that they are made that they wear. Their business contracts. They get seen wearing them. They brag about who made it for them and what they're made out of, yada, yada, yada. And within a couple of weeks, you start seeing other people wearing the same outfit or similar. So it's like, oh, did I get a picture of this? Ah, I did. I did. All right. Speaking of stars and their outfits, I have no idea who this woman is. Hannah Waddingham. Okay, you see this dress she's wearing. Okay, with this nice high slit coming up the thigh over here. Well, either before or after this photograph was taken, she was outside and doing a gaggle, and one of the photographers made show us your leg, show us your leg, because she's wearing this dress that's cut up to top of her thigh, and she got mad and told him, called him a dick. She got mad about it, but look at what she's wearing. If she was embarrassed to show her legs, she wouldn't be wearing a see-through dress cut up to her coochie there. So the just absolutely unbelievable. I saw that article this morning. I just put that over to the side, going, yeah, maybe we'll talk about find 30 seconds to talk about this nonsense here. I don't need that anymore. Yep, but yeah, let's see here. Uh, Ted Lasso, whatever it is here. Here, don't be a dick. Otherwise, I'll veer off. Don't say, show me the legs. Come on, woman, you're wearing a see-through dress that you can see your legs in. Let's see if I can get this video to play.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you never say that to a man, my God. Don't be a don't be a bot. Don't say sorry.
There you go. What? Oh, what was that she said? You'd never say that to a man. Well, a normal man wouldn't be wearing a see-through dress. So, talk about creating your own bit of drama for no reason. Ah, crap. I'm sorry, Ty. I went ahead and just closed that link. Oh, wait a minute. Or did I? No, I didn't. Here it is. I thought I closed the link. All I did is stop sharing. There you go, Tyler. Now I've closed that link. All right, I can close that link. Let's see. I can close that link, and let me find Here we go. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get the video to play. Got Okay, so get this here to people in the subway. So that it's you can reopen closed links. I've never tried that, Tyre. Okay, people in the subway get it's amazing what happens on them. And you get these musicians, buskers, playing on the subway. One, to make some money, but two, their music has a tendency to uh, entertain people and calm people down and such, And then you've got this. That was a metal water bottle. She come up and cold cocked him or hit him with. She didn't cold cock him. She just hit him real good. Okay. Well, they caught her. The New York police actually caught the woman. She goes up before the judge. She's well known before the judge. Okay. She, let's see here. The woman has had prior arrests involving domestic violence, petty larceny, grand larceny, but she's never been convicted. She pled not guilty to attacking this guy. hitting him for no damn reason. And the judge released her on supervised release. She just walked up, cold, didn't cold cock him. But instead of putting her ass in jail where she belongs, she does have a criminal history. Sure, she hasn't been convicted, but she's got a violent history, including domestic violence. It's New York there, Tyre. They've released people up to. I'm trying to remember if they've released a rapist yet or not, but I know they've. They've released people who have shot people. They released the guys who attacked the cops. A judge released them. Yeah, exactly, Retro. If it wasn't New York City, I'd say double state. I agree with you. But yeah, she was released. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's no reason for that. There's no reason for her to come up and hit him. But, and the woman's only 23 years old. And, well, the cellist was Asian, and she's black. Could there have been a racial basis for her attack? What's this article here? New York, okay, arrested again, finally held on bail after boasting, I thought they'd let me go. Amira Hunter was busted for allegedly shoplifting a $325 Montclair baseball cap from Nordstrom's. Held on a $500 bond, shrugging off a $10,000 bail request. Who said Hunter was a fugitive when she stole the pricey cap around $340. So yeah, $500 bond, yeah, that's nothing. She probably had that in her purse. So steal a $300 baseball cap, or hit a man across the back of the head with a metal object, no bond. But steal a $300 baseball hat from Nordstrom's, yeah. We're going to. Oh, come on! As a brand name ball cap from Nordstrom's, man. It's not a trucker's cap for $15 that you buy at the corner store there. But $500 bond, if she got a bonding agent, she'd put up $50. Bonding agent put up the rest of it. So yeah, they got out. You know, she's not doing anything. But let's see, what's this here? Where is this other one I had? Ah, here we go. The reason why I looked up that one was uh this one hit me my channel this morning that I was watching. Okay, this white guy had gotten on and sat down. Then this black woman comes back there and sits.
Leave me alone. Dude, sit over here, man. Sit over here. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Sit over here. Leave me alone. Grown white man leave me alone. Attacking a Hispanic woman on the street. Go away. Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
Now, he's sitting there. She comes back, sits down. She wants him to get up so she can stretch her legs out. You hear him telling her, just leave me alone. Don't bother me. She just reaches over there and smacks the crap out of him. Then puts her nasty ass feet and them pink Crocs up across his legs. Now, I'm sorry. At that point, I think them feet would be on the floor and extremely bruised. And waiting for, and as soon as she smacked me again for pushing her legs off of me, she would be getting my hands. Well, Raman, though, I don't think that you're going to have some woman come up and demand you move so she can stretch her legs out across top of you. But then again, this woman's sitting there saying, "Well, you're a white man, you need to move." You're a white man. You need to get out of my way.
That's a
You know, I think I would have a hard time not releasing at least a smack on her for that nonsense. I really do. Retro, it's this idea that has gotten put into people's minds that white men are evil. We're the source of all evil. Black people are owed anything and everything they want. Now, I'm not, obviously, not all black people have got that in their mind. But a lot do. One of the women, former ball players, WNBA, who had been attacking, saying some mean and ugly things about Caitlin Clark. People were saying, that was being awful racist of her to be making those comments. And she got up there and she goes, well, first of all, let me say this. As a black person, I can't be racist. And that is a common theme within the black community on social media. that as a black person, they can't be racist. I mean, this isn't the first time we've heard about people saying that. Other people on YouTube and every place else have said, have commented on that opinion being espoused. And as far as in my own private mind, that's so much nonsense that hurts. It would any rational, logical thinking person I believe, would understand that anybody can be racist because all it takes is having negative opinions and acting on those negative opinions of another person based solely upon their race. Just like, to be a sexist, all you got to do is have, all men are evil. Well, you're a sexist if you say all men are evil and you believe that. Or any man, all women are whores. That's pretty sexist attitude. Or women can't do this job because they're a woman. .99999% of the time, that's going to be a pretty sexist attitude. Because there's always going to be at least parts of the job that a woman can do. And there's always going to be parts of a job that not all men can do. So you got to look at it that way. However, the government and industries don't help when they say, well, we're going to, like the deal with the Air Force pilots. We're going to lower standards for blacks and women because we want more blacks and women to be pilots. So we're going to lower the standards for them. Well, that's not only racist, but it's also sexist. There should be one set of standards. And I think we can all agree on that. So, there's just, I really don't know what to say about it. I really don't. How do we as a country now get away from this idea that we need to have double standards, triple standards, quadruple standards based upon race, based upon gender, based upon who you want to sleep with, and what dangly bits you got or don't got. It just doesn't. We've got to get out of this idea that certain people based upon something like that need to have special privileges in getting a job and keeping a job and what kind of paycheck they're going to get. in whether or not they get promoted. Oh, we need more people that look like this or act like this or sleep with this type of person to be in this position. So we need to jump over better qualified people to put this person in who may be qualified. They're just not as qualified as the people we jumped over. And with the education department in our colleges and universities, and even in our high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools, teaching kids that if you're white, you're this. If you're black, you're that. A, if you're male, you're this. If you're female, you're that. You're owed this because of this reason. You owe other people because of that reason. And when we're teaching this to our kids, when we have our school systems teaching that to our kindergartners, hell, even our preschoolers are getting it. There's a discussion in one of the local preschool places going in our up here in North West Florida. They've got teachers when they line their kids up, all the black kids go in front, then the white girls, then the white boys are always last in line. What is that? Black girls first, then black boys, Hispanic girls, Hispanic boys, uh, white girls, white boys. That's the way they do their lineup. And some parents noticed it and took pictures and filed complaints. And well, it's not going well now for that center. But what do you do? I mean, how do you when the schools and such are teaching that, then the kids come out of college and universities and they put that into implementation in their lives and in their careers, which is exactly what they was meant to do. Uh, is there any hope left? Is you guys? I mean, is there any hope? I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, uh, a California school board president want, was pushing forward uh, a policy, school policy, that was banning the displays of all banners and flags other than the American or California state flag. And he started getting death threats. Uh, and not just death threats against him, but death threats towards his entire family. Because he said we need to keep our schools politically neutral. We can't be pushing political agendas. So anyway, that's, I mean, I'm just glad to see that the school board uh, actually passed that policy. That's a rarity. Okay, now I do have something. Do any of y'all wear Crocs? Do any of you wear Crocs? That's that's the question. Okay, Ramen says no. Retro says no. Okay. How about eat Pringles? Any of you guys eat ramen or Retro? Do you guys eat Pringles? Oh, Ramen, you're funny. I love you, darling. Pringles and Crocs have gotten together. These are Croc boots with holsters built into them. So you can put in and carry those miniature cans of Pringles. Don't ask me what that back holster is for. I have no idea. But these are not the only ones that they've got. No. See, there you go. There's another. The Croc boots. The Crocktail Party Pringles. There's some more Crocs for you. And they've got the little can and the little Pringles man and the little Pringles chip and the Pringles logo that you can wear on your Crocs. All the different flavors of Pringles. You DM me with something there? Oh no. Okay. I had not seen these. Okay. I will show those here in a second there, Retro. They even have slippers. Whoops. Yes. These aren't available yet. They are coming. Now I went on the Pringle or on the Crocs website this morning looking these up because I just heard about these this morning. And I probably think, given what they asked for their McDonald's branded ones and everything else, you're looking about $50 a pair for the regular Crocs. The boots, I have no idea what those are going to be. Probably $75 to $100. But yeah, there they are. There it is. Retro sent me this. Kentucky Fried Chicken Crocs with a drumstick. July 28th. Oh my. uh, I'm afraid a dog would be attacking me to get those things. Oh, don't tell me Pizza Hut ones. This has got to be uh, something else. Let's see here. Pizza Hut tennis shoes. The Pie Tops 2 can order your pizza from Pizza Hut through a button built into the tongue of one of the sneakers. And a button that can pause your television. Compatible with Spectrum, DirecTV, Xfinity, Dish, and Fios. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Ah, I never would have dreamed the things I have been ignorant of hat that I did not know existed. What 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 a mess. I never would have dreamed of half of these things exist. If you want some real fun, go through the Crocs. Okay, I got about 15 minutes left here. Let me go to the Crocs website again. And da, da, da. Let's see here. Okay, the Crocs boots are okay. They're on their website now. The Crocs boots are now they're $100. Just what I thought. Okay, here we go. So share this. Hit the wrong button again. Okay, there's the Crocs ones. That wasn't there this morning when I first pulled them up, so they just put them there. You got Snow White, Stitch, Disney, Hello Kitty, Kung Fu Panda, NASCAR, Barney, McDonald's, Barbie. Who in the world is Lisa Frank? I have no idea. Pokemon, NBA, Star Wars, the Collegiate Collection, Shrek, Marvel, Nickelodeon. Okay, let's pull up all brands here. Spider Man, 57 to 70 bucks. Hello Kitty. There you go, Fury. You get a pair of them for $70 US. Oh, you into geometric design? You can get them for $55. Hello Kitty siren clogs for $100 US. Wow. Hello Kitty and Friends 5 pack of little stick them things that go onto your shoes. Boy, they really go after the Hello Kitty stuff here. Barney. God, my with my son, I hated Barney. So anyway, let me go ahead and share this, guys. Share the link so that if anybody wants to go and spend some money on uh, this kind of nonsense, y'all can have some fun. Pokemon stuff, Barbie jacket. Peppa Pig. Oh, okay. That's something I didn't know they had. Princess Ariel pack. Last Airbender. Rick and Morty. Good God. My Little Pony. Captain America Echo. Oh, cool. $75. Good God. I am Lord Voldemort. Oh. Oh yeah, I saw that Hello Kitty AR-15. Oh, I hated Barney simply for that song, Ramen. I got so tired of hearing my son singing it. So get plain Crocs and applique to your heart's content. Yeah, yep. I did see they had one set of Crocs on there that had marijuana leaves on them, marijuana plants. So can't say Crocs isn't trying to, uh, 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 you know, make something for everyone, even the stoners. Yeah, I saw. I've told y'all before, you guys before. I spend a lot of time on when I'm on TikTok. I spend a lot of time on the cooking side. And there's one lady. She does a lot of. She shares a lot of her own recipes for making everything from um, the instant sausage gravy. The stuff you can buy for $1 a packet at Walmart. How to make your own, what to go into your, if you like that Taco Bell seasoning packet, what ingredients to put in that. She's got a lot of these neat things. How to get regular flour and turn it into AP flour or whatever type. Just, like I said, all kinds of neat little recipes and such. But she's got an Etsy account. And you can buy the fancy stickers that she's got made up and with the recipes on them, and it's kind of expensive. Or you can just download the recipes off of there. But you can't download all of her recipes for one price. You have to go and pick each recipe, and she wants like $2, $3 for each individual recipe. I was sitting there, and she'd made a video, a TikTok, saying how she's supporting this latest movement, quote unquote movement, and not one of the bows. Um, a strike against Kellogg's. I guess there's a Kellogg strike going on over the prices of their cereal or some nonsense like that. And she's saying, "Well, I'm striking all corporations. That's why I've got all this stuff over on my Etsy shop because I don't plan on buying uh, anything from these companies if I can help it. And anybody that wants to join me in this strike, go on over to my Etsy shop and you can get the recipes for, to make all this stuff on your own." So I went over there expecting that she would have lowered the prices on at least downloading basic recipe. No stickers, nothing fancy, just downloading the recipes. Hell no. So I went back to her video that she posted, and I said, listen, you're sitting here complaining about all the greedy corporations charging big dollars for cereal, and here you are over there on Etsy charging big dollars for the recipes just to download them. If you want, one, and then you have to download them all individually instead of as a group. If you really were against the big corporations, you would have those in, get them all for $5. Yeah, expect you to make a little bit, but instead of charging $1, $2, $3 a piece, charge it $5 for all of them. She didn't like that and blocked me. I wouldn't be surprised if she deleted my post. But I mean, face it, if you're going to sit there and you're going to tell us that you're against big corporations ripping off the little man or woman, and here I've got all their recipes, but if you want them, you're going to have to you're going to have to pay me $3 a piece for the recipe. Oh, wow, really? Fury, that sounds like a book I'd love to get my hands on. Exactly, Tyre. She was being a greedy capitalist while preaching against greedy capitalists. Hey, yeah, she spent time, I would assume, in tracking down how to make how to do these recipes and everything to mix in to get them to taste right. I don't begrudge her making a little bit of money on her for her time. But if you want all 20 recipes, I'm not going to spend $50, $40, $50 for 20 recipes. That's absolutely and totally ridiculous. So, well, that is it that I have got for today. I've got to take Spanky in to see the vet here at noon. He's been a good boy, being the bestest little pupper, just laying on the couch here next to me. I think his arthritis has been kicking up on his hips because he's just lately not been as mobile running around as he used to be. Two books everyone should have: Delilah's How to Cook and the Bible Proof. I've never heard of either one. So, but everybody have a good day. Now remember, I am not planning a stream tomorrow or Thursday because these 2 days I am full up with appointments that I've got to make outside of the house. So Friday is the next planned stream, ramen. All right. So everybody, if something pops up, I may do a quickie, but otherwise I'm not planning on anything. But everybody have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with. And have